bags where heart lies.
Okay, it's week 92 here on the Body Bags channel, and this week what we're talking about and stuff is PG-13 horror. I'm OUTSIDER365. How's everybody doing? Just realized as I started doing this video, I'm just a fill-in reviewer here on the Saturdays. I'm filling in for Steve, Shock Extreme 1, one of the originals here on the channel. And this is my 11th week reviewing and stuff, so fuck, it's time flies, man. But I'm having a blast. Filling in on the Saturdays and stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos and stuff I'm doing. But anyway, on with the show. I am talking about Ghostbusters this week. That's what I've chosen as my PG horror selection. I love Ghostbusters. If you haven't seen it, Ghostbusters, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis star in the supernatural comedy classic that will have you howling. When the university downsizes the parapsychology department, Doctors Venkman, Murray, Stantz, Aykroyd, and Spangler, Ramis, make the leap from scientists to Ghostbusters. Investigators and exterminators of paranormal pests. The bewitching Dana Barrett, Sigourney Weaver, discovers her refrigerator has become a portal into a spiritual dimension. Our heroes come face to face with an ancient evil force that plans to raise hell in Manhattan. Yeah, the movie set in New York, came out in 1984. Fucking crazy cast. But they left off that Ernie Hudson is in this as well. And Ernie Hudson deserves a mention because he's on the cover, but he's not on the VHS cover. I'll get to that fucking later. So yeah, that is the story of the movie. It's about these psychologists that are operating in a university and stuff. And they're doing tests and all this crack on students that are there, you know, in people's spiritual ability, psychic phenomena, all this kind of stuff. And their grants get cut, so they have to move out. So they decide to go into business for themselves, so that they have the equipment, they have the engineering know-how, they have, you know, all this shit at their disposals that they reckon that they can go out, investigate paranormal activity if they need to, capture ghosts, and then store them in this containment facility that they're going to create and stuff. And they rent an old fire station. So they can swing down the poles, and they get an old ambulance and turn it into their, you know, Ghostbuster mobile, you know, and they become exterminators, kind of, not exactly superheroes, but it's got that kind of vibe to it. So Sigourney Weaver's part, you know, it is very, very important and intricate into the role because, as they said, her refrigerator is the portal into this dimension, whereas up till they kind of meet her, it's all kind of small, kind of little things that they're capturing, or they're investigating small little things. There's a ghost here, they go trap it, bring it back, you know, and then her fridge opens up a whole fucking, you know, another world thing. There's like a big deal, this ancient evil force, you know, that's coming, and blah 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 blah. So it turns into a huge big massive, you know, a fight at the end and stuff. There are people that would argue that Ghostbusters isn't really a horror movie, it's more of a family movie. It's a family horror movie, but this is PG week, right? So I can fucking bring it in, right? I've always loved the movie. You know, when the special feature things come out, you learn more information about it and stuff like this. That Eddie Murphy was meant to be in the movie, he passed on it, so they kind of almost wrote his role out of the movie, but they did get Ernie Hudson in to play Winston, who's fucking excellent in the movie. I like Ernie Hudson, you know, he's great in everything he does. He's usually the fucking policeman or the police detective, or, you know, the warden in Oz. Fucking love Oz. And he's great in this movie and stuff. The visually there is some stuff that would freak kids out in this, you know, the ghosts and the screaming in the face and all that. But it is PG, and there is like a lot of kind of sexual references in it and stuff. And like even on the back, check out like Sigourney there, you know, for a PG movie. And there's a lot of like casual smoking in it. There's a lot of swearing in it and stuff. So, but it did pass for PG and stuff. It would never pass now, you know, never pass now. I don't think it would. It would definitely be a 15. Speaking of Eddie Murphy, there was John Candy was meant to be in it as well and play Louis Tully, but I think it was health reasons he couldn't do it, so they got Rick Moranis in it, who did a fucking excellent fucking job as Louis Tully. And just everybody in this fucking movie, even from Janine, is just fucking brilliant. You know, they're it is PG, so it's kind of like the ghosts don't really do anything bad. You know what I mean? Much like kind of the cartoon that followed later, like Slimer's just eating, and they fucking get him. You know, the librarian one was just reading books. At the end, when everyone's going crazy, Slimer's just eating hot dogs. The guy in the cab is just driving a cab. None of them really fucking do anything until the very end when one comes out with the lightning and all that shit. But she attacks them. Oh, and the Marshmallow Man, he's like setting shit on fire and stuff. But apart from them at the end, the other ghosts that they capture really don't do much. Because it's PG, you know, they can't have them doing anything crazy or anything. But and obviously that was maybe probably more to get the rating, but I think it adds so much that at the time it was, you know, little bits were a bit like, oh, you know, when you're a kid watching it, say when you're 13 or under, there are little bits, but it's not too over the top. I'm rambling. The characters, the acting, as I said, everything in it was fucking great. You know, it did. I love this movie. I used to watch it several times a fucking day. You know, me and my brother wanted to be Ghostbusters. You know, I was reading books and fucking spirits and all this kind of shit. The proton packs, the trap. It was just a great movie. It's a good time. It's you know, I can watch it anytime. If it's on the TV, I just stop what I'm doing and watch it, even if there's only 20 minutes left and then I have to watch the end of it. I love Ghostbusters. It had that song that, you know, from Ray Parker Jr. that everybody liked at the time as well. And it was a cool movie. It was an entertaining movie. It's a fun movie. I keep saying it was. It still fucking is. It did spawn a sequel in '89, part 2, which was okay, but nowhere near as good as the first one. But it was still good. I saw this, I think, 5-6 times in the cinema. The movie theater. When it came out, couldn't fucking wait for it. But obviously it's good, but it doesn't hold a candle to the first one. I was one of these people that was really, really hoping that they would do a third one. There was rumors of that for the last few years, but Bill Murray was holding out. He didn't want to do it, or, you know, there's all rumors. But now, sadly, with Harold Ramis not with us anymore, that's never going to happen, or even if they do, it's not going to be the same and stuff. And I'm glad this topic came up, because I wanted to review this movie, or at least do a chat and talk about this movie before the fucking reboot comes out, which I think is next year. And I've heard there's 2 reboots coming out. I don't know what the fuck. I've heard there's an all-female one, I've heard there's a male one, and what the fuck, you know. But, like, don't do it. Leave fucking Ghostbusters alone. Don't reboot it, you know. We have it. It's still kick-ass. It's still fucking brilliant. You know, the script, the story, the directing, everything is great in this movie. There's all little kind of things people pick at and shit, but it's a PG movie, you know. There's people, you know, there's websites on that people go about the inaccuracies of this and inaccuracies of that, and, you know, Bill Murray, Bankman says he's a PhD in psychology and parapsychology, and he sedates Dana with Thorazine, and, you know, psychologists and parapsychologists are not medical doctors, so they can't fucking give, you know, medication to people, especially Thorazine. There's all that fucking shit, but you just, you know, forget all that shit, watch it. It's a fucking great movie. I love this movie. I'm OUTSIDER365, been talking about Ghostbusters on PG13 Horror Week here on the Body Bags channel. Thank you very much for checking out my video, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye now.